Have you ever had one of those days where you feel like your energy is slipping away faster than you can keep up? Maybe it's the feeling that things don't quite feel as sharp as they used to. You might find yourself forgetting little things here and there, or maybe it takes longer to bounce back after a busy day. You're not alone, and it's completely natural to experience these changes as we age. But what if I told you there are simple habits you can start today that will help keep your mind sharp and clear well into your 70s and beyond? In today's video, we're going to talk about how to stay mentally fit after 70. You might be wondering, is it even possible to improve my mental clarity at my age? The good news is, absolutely. There are some simple, daily habits you can incorporate into your routine to keep your brain healthy, active, and feeling sharp. It doesn't require a huge time commitment or complex strategies, just small, easy changes that add up over time. Let's get into it, shall we? In this video, we'll cover 5 daily habits that are proven to help boost brain health. And trust me, you'll feel better, sharper, and more focused as a result. Let's start with the first habit, moving your body every day. Now, I know that might sound too simple, but stick with me. Exercise is often seen as something you need to do to lose weight or to stay fit, but it's also incredibly important for mental health. Movement and exercise do wonders for your brain, and the best part? You don't have to run marathons or lift heavy weights to see the benefits. You don't have to go to a gym to get the mental boost from exercise either. A simple 20-minute walk around the block or stretching at home can work wonders. When we move our bodies, we increase blood flow to the brain, which means more oxygen and nutrients are delivered to those important brain cells. Plus, movement triggers the release of endorphins, which are chemicals in the brain that help lift your mood and reduce feelings of anxiety or stress. But what if you're not a fan of walking or other exercises? That's okay. The key is to find something you enjoy. Maybe it's gardening, dancing to your favorite tunes, or even just standing up and doing a little light stretching throughout the day. The important thing is to make movement a part of your daily routine. It doesn't need to be complicated or intense to be effective. Now, let's move on to the second habit, and this one is something that can be done in the comfort of your own home. Stimulating your brain with new activities. This habit is crucial for keeping your mind sharp as you age. Think of it this way, just like any muscle in your body, your brain needs exercise too. The more you challenge your brain, the stronger and more adaptable it becomes. So, how can you stimulate your brain? Well, it can be as simple as trying something new every day. This doesn't mean you need to solve a difficult puzzle every morning or read a 500-page novel. You can start small. Try a new recipe for dinner, pick up a new hobby, or even learn a new language, something that challenges your brain in a different way. Even activities like doing a crossword puzzle, playing chess, or engaging in a fun card game can give your brain a good workout. The goal is to introduce new challenges for your brain. When you try something new, your brain is forced to work harder, making new connections and strengthening existing ones. It doesn't matter if you're 70 or 90. The brain has the ability to form new connections, and you can tap into that power every day with a little effort. I know it might sound daunting, but just taking 10 to 15 minutes a day to do something that stretches your mind can make a world of difference. If you're unsure where to start, maybe begin by revisiting an old hobby you've set aside. It could be painting, knitting, writing, or even learning how to play an instrument. The key is to keep your brain active and engaged. Now that we've covered 2 habits, moving your body and stimulating your brain, let's talk about the third habit, eating a brain-boosting diet. You've probably heard the saying, you are what you eat, and when it comes to brain health, that couldn't be more true. What we eat directly impacts how our brains function, so choosing the right foods is an easy and powerful way to support your mental health. There are certain foods known for their brain-boosting properties. For example, foods rich in omega-3 fatty acids, like salmon and walnuts, help support brain cell structure and function. Berries are another great option. They're full of antioxidants that protect the brain from damage. Leafy greens like spinach and kale are also fantastic, as they contain vitamins and minerals that help reduce cognitive decline. But here's the best part. You don't have to go on a special diet or drastically change what you eat. It's all about making small, positive changes over time. Try adding a handful of nuts to your daily routine, or toss some leafy greens into your salad. Simple swaps like these can make a big difference. Remember, it's not about depriving yourself or being perfect every day. It's about creating sustainable habits that support your brain health in the long run. Now that we've covered the first 3 habits, moving your body, stimulating your brain, and eating a brain-boosting diet, let's take a moment to reflect. These habits may seem simple, but their power lies in their consistency. It's not about doing them once and calling it a day. It's about making them a part of your daily routine. These small changes will add up, and over time, you'll start to notice improvements in how you feel mentally and physically. In the next part, we'll dive deeper into the last 2 habits that can help keep your mind sharp. Stay tuned! Now that we've covered the first 3 habits, moving your body, stimulating your brain, and eating a brain-boosting diet, it's time to talk about 2 more daily habits that can make a world of difference when it comes to staying mentally fit after 70. These next habits are all about taking care of your mental well-being and making sure you prioritize your emotional health, which plays a huge role in brain function. Let's talk about the 4th habit, managing stress effectively. Now, stress is something we all deal with at some point, no matter our age. But as we get older, chronic stress can really take a toll on our brains. When we're stressed, our bodies release a hormone called cortisol. While cortisol is useful in short bursts, like when we're facing a tough situation, too much of it over time can damage brain cells and impair memory and learning. So, it's essential to find ways to manage stress on a regular basis. One of the simplest ways to reduce stress is through mindfulness or meditation. It doesn't require any special equipment or a lot of time, and it's something you can do at home in just a few minutes a day. If you've never tried it before, mindfulness can seem a little strange at first, but it's just about focusing on your breathing and staying present in the moment. When you meditate, you can clear your mind and reset, which helps lower cortisol levels and improve your ability to think clearly. If meditation isn't your thing, that's okay. There are plenty of other ways to reduce stress. Regular physical activity, like we talked about earlier, can do wonders for stress management. Even something as simple as taking a short walk in nature or listening to calming music can help your mind relax. Also, don't underestimate the power of a good laugh. Laughter is a natural stress buster, and it releases feel-good chemicals that can help reduce tension and improve mood. So, don't hesitate to find humor in your day or spend time with friends or family who make you laugh. Managing stress isn't about eliminating it completely. That's simply not realistic. But finding simple, daily practices that help you cope with stress can significantly benefit your brain health. So, make sure to take time every day for yourself, to recharge, and give your brain a break. Now, the 5th habit that we're going to discuss is one that many people overlook, getting enough sleep. As we get older, sleep patterns often change, and it can become harder to fall asleep or stay asleep. However, getting quality sleep is essential for brain health. While we sleep, our brains are hard at work, processing information, consolidating memories, and clearing out toxins that can build up during the day. If you're finding it hard to get a good night's sleep, try creating a sleep-friendly environment. Keep your bedroom cool and dark, and avoid looking at screens, like your phone or TV, at least an hour before bed. The blue light emitted by screens can interfere with the production of melatonin, the hormone that helps regulate sleep. Instead, try reading a book, taking a warm bath, or practicing relaxation techniques before bed. A good night's sleep doesn't just help with your mood the next day, it also helps keep your memory and cognitive function sharp. Studies have shown that people who get enough sleep have a lower risk of developing memory problems and cognitive decline as they age. So, prioritize your sleep like it's just as important as the other habits we've discussed so far. Now, I know that many of us, whether we're in our 60s, 70s, or beyond, can experience some challenges when it comes to sleep. But don't worry! Small adjustments can make a big difference. If you're not already prioritizing sleep, try starting with one simple change, like limiting screen time before bed, and see how your sleep improves over the course of a few weeks. When you combine these habits, managing stress, getting enough sleep, moving your body, stimulating your brain, and eating a brain-boosting diet, you're setting yourself up for success and keeping your mind sharp and healthy. It's not about perfection or doing everything perfectly every day. It's about building consistent habits that support your mental well-being over time. You've probably noticed that all of these habits complement each other. When you move your body, you're also helping reduce stress and improve sleep. When you stimulate your brain, you're boosting your cognitive function, which in turn can help manage stress and improve sleep quality. Each of these habits supports the others in a positive feedback loop, creating a healthier and more balanced lifestyle. But even if you're just starting with one of these habits, that's still a big step forward. Every positive change, no matter how small, has the potential to make a difference in your mental clarity and overall well-being. As we wrap up this second part, I encourage you to think about which habit you'd like to start focusing on first. Maybe it's managing stress more effectively, or perhaps you'd like to work on improving your sleep. Start with one habit that resonates with you, and then slowly build from there. The goal is progress, not perfection. In the next part of our video, we'll take a closer look at how these habits work together and how they can truly transform your brain health, making you feel more energized, clear-headed, and ready to take on whatever life throws your way. Now that we've covered 4 powerful habits to help keep your mind sharp, moving your body, stimulating your brain, eating a brain-boosting diet, and managing stress, let's wrap up with the final piece of the puzzle. The 5th habit is one that is just as essential as the others, and it's all about staying socially connected. As we age, it's easy to become isolated, especially if we're no longer working full-time or if we've lost loved ones along the way. But social interaction is vital for maintaining mental clarity. In fact, research has shown that people who stay socially active have a lower risk of cognitive decline, and they often experience a better quality of life overall. When we engage with others, our brains stay engaged too, processing emotions, keeping track of conversations, and using our memory. Social connections provide more than just companionship, they also give us a sense of purpose. Whether it's meeting a friend for coffee, participating in a local community group, or simply chatting with a neighbor, these interactions give your brain a mental workout. You might not think of it this way, but socializing is actually a great form of cognitive exercise. You have to remember details about people's lives, recall past conversations, and sometimes think critically when solving problems together. And don't worry if you're not someone who's naturally outgoing. Socializing doesn't always have to mean large gatherings or big events. It can be something as simple as a regular phone call with a family member, joining a book club, or even participating in an online community. The goal is to keep those connections strong and maintain the mental stimulation that comes with interacting with others. One of the most beautiful things about social connections is that they can happen in many forms. It could be volunteering for a cause you care about, joining a hobby group, or simply keeping in touch with old friends. The important thing is to nurture your relationships and make time for the people in your life. This emotional engagement will pay off in terms of mental sharpness, as it strengthens the brain's social processing and memory skills. Now, let's take a moment to step back and reflect on everything we've covered today. The habits we've discussed, moving your body, stimulating your brain, eating a brain-boosting diet, managing stress, and staying socially connected, might seem like small changes when you think about them individually, but when combined, they create a powerful foundation for brain health. The key is consistency. By making these habits part of your everyday routine, you're giving your brain the care and attention it deserves. And just like any habit, the more you practice them, the easier and more natural they become. Remember, age is just a number. It's never too late to make a change or start a new habit. Whether you're in your 60s, 70s, or beyond, you have the ability to maintain and even improve your mental sharpness with the right habits. And while you might not see overnight results, over time, these simple practices will add up, leading to a healthier, more vibrant mind. So, what can you do today to start incorporating these habits into your routine? Maybe you'll begin with a short walk to get your body moving, or take some time this afternoon to call a friend or family member. The most important thing is to take that first step, and trust that each small change will lead to bigger improvements in how you feel mentally and physically. I hope you found this video helpful and that you feel inspired to take charge of your brain health. It's never too late to start prioritizing your mental fitness, and the benefits are truly worth it. If you've tried any of these habits or have your own tips for staying mentally fit, I'd love to hear from you in the comments below. Your experiences can inspire others to make positive changes too. Before you go, don't forget to like this video if you found it helpful and subscribe to the channel for more content on health and well-being. I'm excited to continue sharing tips that can help you live your best life, no matter your age. Remember, your brain is like a muscle. Keep exercising it, and it will stay strong and sharp for years to come. Here's to living your best life at any age and making every day count. Thank you so much for watching, and I look forward to seeing you in the next video. Stay healthy, stay sharp, and take care.